tried to do my job as best I could, and I think everybody did that on the offense, and that's how we were successful on the entire team.
Given the challenge of that run defense you guys had to face, was this the best you guys have played all year?
We'll look at the film, but I think it was probably the most overall complete game we played as an offense. There's obviously times where we kind of had some negative plays, but for the most part, I think we eliminated that and just kept moving forward. And I think we're going to be pretty happy with where the film's at. And we have a big test this week, so we got to get better.
Have you ever had A'Shawn try to jump over you?
No, that was crazy. Saw that from the sidelines, and honestly, that was a huge play because that kept it to 14 points instead of 13, and so had that game shifted, that would have been a huge play for us, but it still was, and I know it probably made media headlines everywhere. It's pretty cool.
What's sad about his athleticism to be able to do that at his size?
Yeah, I mean, he did that. He comes in for the goal line package for us too. So he's just a really athletic guy, and a lot of guys around here are too. So
can you kind of speak to the goal line package? I know Nick said today that y'all have used it a little bit in practice, but that was the first time really deployed it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've done it. I mean, we did it with Jesse in 2012, I think, and some other guys in the past. But I mean, it's just we knew that getting on the goal line, people are gonna flood the box for us to try to stop our goal line offense, which is we have a pretty good goal line offense, and so we brought him down there. He's a big guy, so we just throw him in there and try to hit somebody as hard as we can. It's worked out pretty well.
Have you gone against them in practice too much, or you go against the twos?
No, I mean we go against A'Shawn. I mean not more so in the camp time, but I mean we go against those guys every day, at least in one period or two, and I think that's what really makes us better as an offense, going against those guys. I mean they held Fournette and the entire LSU's offense to I don't know how many yards they had, but going against those guys every day makes us better.
This last drive was kind of like Derek's show, pretty much. Was he tired in the huddle? I mean, he carried the ball 30 at a time.
You don't see it, because that was, we looked up, we knew it was 9. It was like 9:18 on the clock. We knew the defense. We got to kick him off the field, and so we just were like, all right, we got to get this drive going. And by the time you start looking up there, the clock starts running off. And I went back and watched the game last night on a TV copy, and it was pretty much Derek running it every single play, for 9 straight minutes, and that was really huge. I think it was just kind of topped off the way we played that game to end that drive like that. Just kind of move the ball down the field and take 9 minutes off the clock. It was huge for us.
How satisfying for an offensive lineman is that kind of, what did that feel like as you're walking up there?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the best feelings in the world. Pass blocking is, having explosive plays in the passing game is fun, but you come to the SEC and come to be an offensive lineman because that's what you want to do is to run block, and luckily we have really great backs, the best in the country, and so it was really rewarding for us to see that.
You look across the line and see a demoralized defensive line at that point.
There's always like a breaking point. They really didn't really break too much. I mean, they really played hard. LSU, I give them credit. They had a tough front seven, but we just kept pounding on them and pounding on them. I think Derek had I don't know how many attempted rushes or whatever. We ran the ball a lot, and you could tell they were starting to get worn down. They were kind of rotating some guys in, but that's what we prepare for, and that's what we do in the fourth quarter. And I think we did that with 9 minutes left.
Coming off that game, how do you manage the emotion?
Coming
off that game, how do you manage getting back up emotionally?
That's going to be Coach Saban's message from today until all the way we get to Starkville is look at we had a really good game in the past or last week, but thinking about that game doesn't help you for this game coming up. So we know Mississippi State has a really good team, and that's going to be just our goal all week is to keep high energy. Just not let anybody get content with where we're at.
And I'm sure you watched the offensive line even just during, while watching the TV copy. What did you think of the offensive line as a whole, and how much of a step forward do you feel like that was?
I haven't watched the film yet, but I mean, I think we played, like I said, probably the most complete game. I know we gave up some hurries, some sacks, and whatnot, but we go back and correct things that we could do better. I think everybody was really just all in for the team, really wanted to win, and just couldn't say enough about how we fought.
You were talking a little bit about your own defense. How does it compare to the defenses that Alabama's had when you first came in?
I mean, I think it's right up there with all the other ones. Every defense is different, just different players, but I mean, for the same, we always have a really good front seven. I think we have the best in the country this year. Every year we do, but those guys make us better every day. I just can't say enough about how they go out there and really change the field position for us as well. They held them in the red zone. We got the ball in great position almost every time.
Is there one particular aspect of this defense, though, that just kind of stands out even more than anything else?
I mean, it's just how they play all together. I mean, the DBs, front seven. I mean, it's all combined. When they get pressure on the quarterback, the DBs are, back there long enough to hold off the wide receivers, or the outside linebackers, or covering the flats. No matter what it is, they're all linked in on the same page, and I think it really just testimony to how those guys go out every day and practice, and all the coaches that coach them up.
How do you think Dominick responded after the ankle injury?
I mean, I think he did the best he could. That's a hard injury to come back from because it's kind of a nagging injury, but I mean, I think he just, the competitor in him came out, and it didn't surprise anybody that he went out there and played the best he could. He wanted to win this game just as bad as anybody else, and did everything he could do.
Do you think he was in pain? Could you tell he was in pain?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sure. He might have been. Yeah, ask him for it.
Did you ever look, I mean, the way that y'all's defense was swarming Leonard Fournette, did you ever, I don't know if you get to watch the sidelines, did you ever look at the video board or anything to see, wow, there's 7 guys around this guy? It's kind of like...
Yeah, I know. It's awesome. You look at, we'll come over to the sidelines, make adjustments, and then you third down and long, whatever, when the crowd starts going crazy, and you look at the scoreboard, and you see just, that was Coach Saban's message from day one, is that there's not going to be one guy tackling this guy. We have to have a swarm of defenders, red hats around there getting to this guy, and I think we really did that. The defense really played a great game.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.